Alright guys, believe it or not, but Neuvillette is getting buffed again. And not only that, but on top of that, another old character from Fontaine is getting buffed as well, and it's one of the most unexpected buffs in the history of Genshin. It's pretty insane, and there's actually a lot more to this than it might seem at first, so without wasting any time, let's get right into it, and let me show you guys what exactly is going on. Before we start, if you want to pull for Columbina or the White Horse just like me, let me introduce you to my partner, rushbuy.gg. It is a very trusted and safe way to top up at a much cheaper price. I've personally tried it, and I can confirm that it's safe to use. If you want to top up, you can also use my code to get an additional 15% discount. All you have to do is to enter your UID plus the server that you play on, and it will arrive on your account within 5 minutes. And before someone asks, no, you're not gonna get banned or anything. They're using official authorized top-up services, and as I said, I've used it myself and I had a very good experience with it, so there's no need to worry. That aside, I'm also personally giving away 5 Welkins, so make sure to be subscribed to this channel, comment your Genshin UID and server, join my Discord, and now let's get back to the video. Alright, so starting with Neuvillette, first we're gonna take a quick look at his passive, and then I'll explain why exactly this is so important, and what part of this truly matters, and what exactly is new, but let's just get right into it. When a party member triggers a Vaporize, Frozen, Electro Charge, Lunar Charged, Bloom, Lunar Bloom, Hydro Swirl, Hydro Crystallize, or a Lunar Crystallize reaction on opponents, one stack of whatever the fuck this is will be granted to Neuvillette for 30 seconds. He can have a maximum of 3 stacks, overall buffing up to 110, 125, or even 160% of his original damage. Now, to make it clear, this passive is not new, right? If you haven't taken a look at his talents already, this is not anything new. It has already existed in the game. The only thing that's new, and the only thing that truly matters about this, if I'm not mistaken, is this right there, because obviously that reaction did not exist until now, and it will not exist until version 6.3. And this not only opens up a lot of new team options for him, but it could also mean that Columbina might not be as restricted as we all thought. But the fact alone that he's still getting buffs is just insane to me. Like, he's still a very solid character despite the fact that we have way better DPSs now, and yet they still continue to give him new teams and to make him stronger. It's actually insane to me how much they care about this guy. But yeah, overall, the point is he's getting a lot of new team options since he will work with Lunar Crystallize. And as I said, we'll have to see what kind of new teams we will be able to cook up. And we'll also have to see what this means for Columbina. But now, let's move on to the other character that I mentioned at the start that's going to receive huge buffs in version 6.3. As you guys can see on the screen, the other character that's getting buffed is Navia. Now, I did not expect that at all. I'm pretty sure nobody expected that. But hey, I'm not complaining. I really like Navia, and a lot of other people like her too, so it's great that she's getting buffs. But now, let's take a look at what exactly is going on. So when a character in the party obtains an elemental shard created from the crystallized reaction, or when they trigger the lunar crystallized reaction, Navia will gain 1 crystal sharpnel stack. Now, once again, this overall it's not new, right? This is already part of her kit, but it's just like with Neuvillette, she will work with lunar crystallize because she will also get those crystallized things that you can pick up with the lunar crystallized reaction. So she will work with lunar crystallized teams just like Neuvillette, which once again opens up a lot of new teams for her, and she might work with Columbina. Like, I don't know how good this team will be, but I'm pretty sure she will work with Columbina, and if that's the case, this is not just absolutely awesome for Navia, but also for Columbina, because as I said, it seems like she will have some really interesting team options outside of just not-cry teams. The rest of that is not really that important, but there are some things we should take a look at, like this right there. It says that through the lunar crystallized reaction, Navia will gain up to 1 crystal sharpnel stack every second. So it's pretty clear that they want her and Neuvillette to work in those lunar crystallized teams. And what's great about this is that it means you can still pull for Columbina even if you don't want to play Nocra teams, or even if you don't have Flints, if you don't have Nefer, if you don't have those Nocra premium teams, you still get something out of Columbina if you pull for her, because you can use her with those older characters. Another thing that I want to mention that a lot of people don't seem to realize is that we also just got the Hexencircle buffs for a lot of characters, and now we're getting buffs for Navia and Neuvillette. And also, apart from them, we're also getting buffs in terms of Lunar Crystallize to some other characters like Kichina or Yunjin, I'm not sure. But they're also getting buffs so they can work with Lunar Crystallize. And it seems like Hoyoverse is actually trying to buff a lot of the old characters, which means that this is not the end. There will be, inevitably, other characters that will get buffed in future versions, like Zhongli or other Liyue characters or Inazuma characters, but fact is, we now have proof that Hoyoverse is actively trying to keep the older characters alive, which is absolutely awesome. I'm not sure who's going to be next. I think, my speculation is that the next characters to receive buffs are going to be Liyue characters or Zhongli or something along those lines, but we'll have to see. Once again, the point is that Hoyoverse is buffing a lot of the older characters, which means they will keep doing that, and that's just absolutely awesome. But yeah, we'll have to see how good this actually is. Maybe this is just dog shit and it actually doesn't change much, but I don't think so. If they're giving these characters those Lunar Crystallized buffs, there must be a reason for that. So it is amazing, but overall, I'm excited to see what kind of new teams we will be able to try with Navia, with Neuvillette. I'm sure that there's going to be some pretty interesting team options for them. And let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if you guys are excited to see these new buffs. Let me know if you guys are pulling for Columbina or the White Horse down below in the comments. Feel free to join my Discord. Make sure to check out Rush By. And as always, I wish everyone a nice and wonderful day.